Welcome to Modern Alchemy, episode number
15.
And this month we're talking about the concept of wealth. Last month we did our best to help you expand your definition of wealth, because most people think, in fact, probably 99.9% of the people think when they hear wealth, they think of money. And money is a part of wealth, but it's not the totality. We talked a lot about that last week, and if you missed it, then go back and catch up. Let's continue on, though, and I got to tell you up front here, we're going to have to get a little esoteric.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. What's esoteric mean, Bersabeh? I'm going to put you on.
That which is understood by a few.
Oh.
What you
so
say?
Good. Yeah, nice job. That which is understood by a few. We do our best to keep it simple and straightforward in these podcasts. We get more esoteric in some of our live event experiences, but we're going to have to wax a little esoteric today. So stick with us here, and we'll do our best to make it real practical as well. The true alchemist, let me start off with this point. The true alchemist does not change lead into gold. Now, we've talked about that in previous episodes as well.
Yes, we have.
That's a metaphor. What the true alchemist does is change words into worlds.
What?
Now,
Ain't that the truth?
is it? So good. I'm going to throw to you. Go roll with that then.
Well, the words that come out of your mouth, if you listen to anyone talk, you could put together where they're coming from, like what's going on inside, what they watch, listen to, the people they hang out with, all those stuff from just someone be able to speak.
Absolutely.
I, on the other hand, can't speak very well, as you can tell.
That's not true. Take that back. Cancel that right now.
Cancel that.
Yeah, cancel that. So there's really only two ways you can, science tells us everything is vibration, everything has a frequency. There's really only two ways you can change a frequency. That's through sound and feelings. So stick with us here, because obviously words are sound. Now, this is not a new idea, and maybe it's a new approach or a less than common way you've heard it, but all the way back in the book of John in the New Testament, it says, in the beginning was the Word. And the Word was God. Now, I'm going to stop there, but that's really powerful from an esoteric, mystical perspective, alchemical perspective, when you understand it. In the beginning was the Word. That means that things started with sound. They started with words. And go to Genesis. The Elohim said, let there be light. There's that word thing again. So what are we doing with our words?
Yeah.
Why is this important, Bersabeh?
It's very important. I mean, not only it molds your outer world, it's your inner world that's more important. And it affects your body too. So
how does it affect your body?
Well, if you look at someone who drops a lot of F-bombs.
No. Are there people like that?
Yeah, of course.
Really? Do they get into media and do that?
They do. I'm not going to name names.
No.
And if you look at the structures of their faces, it looks very worn out and drained and tired and old.
It's an angry word.
It is an angry word.
Yeah. In fact, it reminds me of Rumi.
Rumi.
Which he came from
That's why I said Mr.
Your part of the world. He said, raise your words. Raise your words. In other words, improve the quality of your words, not your voice. He said, raise your words, not your voice. In other words, have specific words and empowering words and beautiful words instead of yelling.
Oh, that's Now, that's key.
In the mysteries, they talk a lot about words of power. There are words of power, and we're not going to have time to get into those in depth and detail here today, but you can't begin. Let me back up. A word of power would be a creative word. Well, all words are creative.
Like, what would be an example of word of power?
God said, or Elohim said, let there be light.
Right.
So, I mean, that's from the obviously the Christian, Judaic, Islamic position, and there's many others. But words in the mysteries, there are certain words that have a vibration, a frequency that are creative. In other words, not so much, but all words are creative at some level. Now, if you understand that, and again, I know this is a bit esoteric, but please stick with us, then there's no way you can use words of power. There's no way that you can create with your words until you control your words.
True.
Your thoughts will be thunder when your word
Is law.
is law. How many times do you say you're going to do something and you don't do it?
Yeah.
How many times do you say things and you don't follow through? When your word is law, you know, I'm going to jump over it. It's very powerful. It sends a very strong message to your unconscious as well as to the universe that, hey, if Bersabeh is going to say something, she means it.
Yeah.
And she's not going to do this randomly. And back to your point earlier, every external expression is an expression of an internal state of being.
Yeah.
People don't use random words.
No,
when they
don't.
use words, it's an external expression of an internal state of being. Hopefully that makes sense to you. That's why, and I'm going to jump to the Bible again today, bear with me here, but in the book of Matthew, it says, let your words be yes or no.
Really?
That's kind of tough, right? Let your words be yes or no, because anything more, according to Matthew, Jesus in the book of Matthew said, comes from evil. Now, I know that's intense, but here's the end of the day. And this is a very deep topic, and here's how to make it simple and wrap it up for today. If you say you're going to do something, do it.
Yeah.
Eradicate ugly words and hateful words from your vocabulary.
Yes.
Because they kill your body, they kill your soul,
Oh, for sure.
and they often kill relationships too.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if you had to choose between a physical beating and a verbal beating,
I take a physical beating.
I bet you would. And by the way, you don't get either one of those, do you, sweetheart?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. You don't deserve that.
Good grief.
You get beautiful words. So choose your words carefully, and we're talking about wealth, well-being. Choose your words carefully, and you will create your wealth.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking with us and diving into a somewhat esoteric and deep topic today. Hopefully this is value to you. God bless you. Lots of love to you. We'll see you next
week.
Monday.
Bye.